Yay. Welcome to another episode of Raw Comedy. Woo! It's Saturday of the month with Suitman Productions. If you don't know, Raw Comedy actually stands for Ridiculously Amazing Women. However, we added non-binary people to be more inclusive. So therefore, I always say that while we have ridiculously amazing women, we have deliciously amazing women and genderless peeps, which means that we raw dog the shit out of Saturdays now. So, bringing up, we have a fantastic lineup of people from all across the US this time and internationally because we have one from Canada. But if you want to follow Suitman Productions, go ahead and do that on Facebook and YouTube because we always have shows every month. I, Polite Kitty, host Raw Comedy, but we have many others that are virtual and in person. I will not be doing a set. I never do a set because this show is to highlight everybody who's on the poster, which is, guess what, not me. So first up on our docket is Linda, our international person, which I'm so excited about because they actually have a show coming up at Yuck Yucks. And if you don't know, Yuck Yucks is the place to be in Canada. So give it up, please, for my beautiful friend, Linda.
Hey, can you hear me? Yeah.
I can.
I'm gonna be paranoid because I'm actually using a new mic. So for like 5 minutes of the set is just gonna be like check 1 2, which reminds me of the time I did a solo in choir, which was their mistake because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Like for dress rehearsal, they'd be like, "Oh, can you do mic check?" And I was so shy. I messed up the mic check. I was just like 1 to 2. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. I'll just slowly get off the stage. Oh, guys, I got a lot of confessions to make. Are y'all ready? Drum roll, drum roll. First confession to make. I'm a huge slut.
Okay.
I blame my mama. She told me as a kid I had to get ass in school. So I did. But it was her Latina accent. I misinterpreted ass, but she was really telling me to get A's. But I went for the D's instead. Yeah. Proud of it. She tells me she's proud of me all the time. I am very kinky. When I tell boys or other people that I'm kinky, my specific kink, they block me.
Ooh.
That's how bad it is. That's how like crazy intense this kink is. You guys ready to hear it? Yeah.
Yeah.
My kink is to orgasm.
Oh.
Why can't I just orgasm one? Just one. Anyways, so I am not very kinky because I have chronic pain. So I already experienced pain. Why would I want more pain? I think pain was created by people who were boring in sex and they were falling asleep. And then one of them goes, "Wake me up, slap me, wake me up." And that's how kinks began. PSA TED Talk right there. I'm not just vanilla in like the bed. I'm also vanilla in my taste buds. I'm Latina. but I don't like spice.
What? Did
you know that assuming Latino people like spice is racist?
True.
It's racist. So I dated a white guy once. Surprise. And his parents invited me over for taco night.
Ooh.
And then his mom was like, let me show you this new thing I did. And she grabbed a jar of salsa and mixed it up with a bowl of avocado.
Ooh.
She said this was her new diet.
Oh no.
I don't think it worked for her. Sometimes white people invite me over to their place and they're making burritos. And I've never had a burrito in my life.
Oh no.
What?
And then they ask me how to roll it.
Oh.
I don't know, you gotta teach me. I've also never had a taco at home. That's not what my parents made for me. The more you know. I had a Mexican friend, and she would eat jalapeno lollipops. The only thing jalapeno I ever ate was Doritos. That's the spiciest thing. I think ketchup is too spicy sometimes. I have what you call fibromyalgia.
Wow.
People ask me, is there a cure for it? Yeah, when I'm dead. People say, is it contagious? I lie and say, yes. Too late for you now. Too late for you now. I might as well end it now. No, I'm just kidding. Don't. Oh, that got a little too dark. I'm sorry. As someone who has tried to end it 3 times, maybe I shouldn't be joking about that. But you know, I worked on myself and blah blah blah. And but yes, I love being fat. Other confession to make. I love it because people on the bus get up to give me their spot because they think I'm pregnant. And it's so much easier to say that I'm pregnant than to say that I have fibromyalgia. And I tell them, can you please get up? I have fibromyalgia. And they're like, what's fibromyalgia? And I'm like, I don't have the spoons to tell you what that is. You should Google it. And then they're like, how do you spell it? And I'm like, I don't got the spoons to tell you how to spell it. And like, what is spoons? So I'm like, I don't got, you know what? Fuck it, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant, just give me the slide. You know, yeah, I did have depression for a while there. Speaking on suicide, right? So I gotta say, pandemic was like the best time of my life. Like, no one judged me for not leaving my house for a month. But like, I was having a really good time. I was being lauded as a hero for not leaving my place. And then everyone else got depressed. And I was the only happy one when everyone else was depressed. That kind of got me down again. But honestly, the pandemic, it really was depression heaven. I miss those days. Miss those days. That's how I got into Zoom comedy, bro. That's how I got into all this. So, yay for accessible comedy, yo. Thank God for this stuff. Yes. So, how much time do I have left?
About 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right. Well, let's talk more about sex. I feel like that was a good avenue, right? Yeah, we're all on board with the sex. All right. I'm gonna say I went over to a guy's house once, and I Ubered there, and he actually didn't want me to go inside. So he was like, "Let's go into my hatchback."
Oh.
So we go into this hatchback. It's so small.
Yeah.
But while we're fooling around, I accidentally press his alarm on his keys.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And that's when he decides to tell me that he lives with his parents.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
And so I'm like, we gotta get the hell out of this car, like right now. And we decide to go into an alley, aka like the sliver of space in between two houses. And while we're there now, this was during pandemic time, so I was wearing a mask because I was much more okay with having sex with him, but not kissing him. So it was cold, it was a little chilly, and it was hard for him to, get it up. So I decided to give him a BJ with the mask on. So what I did was I kind of breathed like onto it, like, through the mask. I breathed the hot air from my mouth, and it worked.
Nice.
Only for him to last 2 pumps.
Oh.
And then he said, "Was that the best you've ever had?" Sadly, yes.
Oh no.
I just want to know, guys. FYI, bigger is not always better. Sometimes smaller is okay. My best was my smallest, actually. My biggest, he didn't know how to move his hips. It was like he was doing push-ups inside of me.
Oh.
I don't know. Is that how you do a push-up? I love being fat. I can't. I don't like exercising. I mean, I have chronic pain, which basically means I already feels like I went to the gym. So good enough, right?
Right.
Exactly. I'm glad you guys are on board with that one. Thank you, Audra. Thank you, Dante, for having me on this. Mwah, can't wait for the headliner. Yay!
Thank you, Linda. I'm going to add myself here. I just want to say I have fibromyalgia too. I've had it for years and the pain is ridiculous. And yes, anybody who asks me is like, oh, just forget it. I'd just rather not explain myself. Too much. And I would like to share, this is my Arnold Schwarzenegger shirt that says, "Don't be an ass. Stay inside." I still support myself staying inside.
Yes.
Do you have any shows coming up, Linda, that you'd like to promote right now?
Yeah. Yuck Yucks on the 14th. Be there or be square. Oh my God. I just said that.
Sorry.
And you can follow me on Camacho Comedy It's all my handles. Like I was that cool enough. Like I was that cool enough to make all my handles Camacho. Oh, love you guys.
Thank you.
Yay.
Blue spotlight if I know. Yeah, I love staying inside too. So I love, and I think Zoom comedy really does still have a place in this world, and I think it's still going to be going. And so I'm going to keep with it, guys. I like it. I actually have to get out my little thing here for the intro because this next comic is somebody I have not seen yet, but I've heard many good things. Their name is Donna and has appeared and produces showcases throughout Colorado through Coyote Visions Production.
Coyote,
Yeah,
like Wile E.
Coyote.
Coyote.
Oh, Coyote Vision Production. Her podcast, Donna Shannon's Coyote Tales, highlights her personal stories and observations on the ridiculousness of life. And I apologize, I actually said it like the peyote drug type of thing.
It does rhyme with peyote. Coyote, peyote, it's kind of all related. Yeah.
But anyway, give it up for Donna.
Yay!
So I'm so happy to hear that you're all doing like the non-binary people for this showcase tonight too, because you know, I think you probably have already guessed it about me. It's, you know, you can just kind of look at me and you can kind of sense, but you know, I'm going to be real brave and I'm going to step out there and I'm just going to admit it. Are you guys ready to hear it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I am in fact a nerd. I know. Oh God, it feels so good to just like say that on a public forum because it's like, you know, I can proudly say that I am a level 35 Pokemon trainer. Oh. You know, and that's why I'm actually bi too. Like both Star Wars and Star Trek.
No.
Yeah, you thought they didn't exist, but I'm here. We're real. I'll tell you that. You know, and like Star Wars is always going to be my first love, and I don't know what the hell's up with my camera. Different one, and to the point where like even the camera couldn't handle it. There we go. Just couldn't handle the truth, I guess. You know? But yeah, Star Wars is always my first love. But you know, Star Trek, it's like I'm into TNG, which is the next generation for those of you who may not be in the know. Because it's like, oh my God, Captain Picard. Oh, you know, nothing sexier than a bald man who understands the prime directive. Yes, he does know how to make it. So, and of course, I have a thing for Data the android. You know, he is fully functional and anatomically correct. And like those parts are interchangeable. Because if so, I think I found the perfect man, especially if I can turn off that emotion chip. Because I'm just like really tired of guys crying after I'm done. Just saying, you know, and a lot of people look at me and they go, oh, you must be a Gryffindor or a Hufflepuff, right? But actually, I'm a Slytherin. You know what? I know. And yeah, I know a lot of dark wizards came out of Slytherin house, but not all of us are bad, I swear. It's kind of like being a moderate Republican. It's like, yeah, I believe in small government and less taxes, but you know what? Racism is bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care if you're a muggle or a half-blood or a full-blood. If you can do magic, you should be able to go to Hogwarts. Right? Not to mention, it's my body, my choice.
Exactly.
When I get to Hogwarts, the first thing I want to do is like, I'm going to animagus me a dick for a while because I need to see what that's like. Am I right, ladies? Even if it's just for one day. And what the hell's up with J.K. Rowling being transphobic anyways, right? Come on. As soon as I found out about, you know, that polyjuice potion, if Hermione can turn herself into a cat, I can turn myself into the Winter Soldier. right?
Mhm.
If I'm gonna go for some man meat, I want it to be primo stock.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I, not to mention, I just can understand that whole conflicted nature, but I still want to be a super soldier. Just saying. But yeah, my obsession with, by the way, if you're not into Marvel, Bucky, the Winter Soldier's the guy with that awesome metal arm and the really good hair. Yeah. So I just had shoulder surgery myself. So on Friday was the first day I was out of my sling. And I am married to a man. I know it's a shock, right? But I think it may have ruined my marriage, this whole thing, because I wasn't allowed to do hardly anything for myself. So he had to like help me out with showers and everything. And one night I'm getting out of the shower and I'm like, oh man, this is going to ruin our sex life. All the mystery is gone. Behind the curtain, the magic that's happening back here. And he didn't say anything. And I'm like, oh shit, it's true. It's true. No. And I hope you're laughing at that, because my girlfriends, when I tell them that, they think it's pretty funny, but my therapist was really concerned about me. And by the way, if there's any men out there listening, let me give you a piece of advice. If your wife is going through surgery and they have to like not be able to style their hair for 6 weeks straight, the correct answer is never. You look fine and nobody cares. It's like, no, that is never the right answer. The right answer is you are a goddess. I would fuck you even if you look like a snake. These are the correct answers. Well, I can't unhook my jaw, so there's some relevance there. But I did finally get to do my hair for the first time the other day, but I can't lift my arm, and I'm not allowed to lift anything above 1 pound with my right hand for another 6 weeks. So that's the amount of a cup of coffee. That's nothing. So my hair dryer weighs about 15 pounds. It ain't gonna work. Yeah, this is with effort. This is what I'm going for. So I can't lift my hand very hard, so it's like this. Trying to hold up and I can't see in the mirror, so it's like, oh my god, let's just guess how that's gonna turn out. So anyways, how do I look?
You look great.
The correct response, I'm a goddess. So anyways, I do have a birthday coming up, so just a few days. Can you guess how old I'm gonna be?
29.
29. You're so full of shit.
was
You're
gonna say
well
30.
trained.
30.
But you're 30? No, I'm gonna be 53.
Oh wow.
No.
Yeah, I am
What?
so old. I bought a watch. You know what it does? It tells me the time. That's it. It doesn't count my steps. It doesn't send me email. It doesn't catch Pokemon. It just tells me the time. And I bought it with my JCPenney's gold card
Oh.
in the store. Yeah, with all the other grannies who have good credit. So there's that. Did you know? And then a couple of years ago, I actually got a very special birthday card in the mail from the AARP. Oh, talk about just stabbing in the heart, right? But you know what? I think they really need to start rebranding the AARP for us Gen Xers as we're stepping into this, right? It actually needs to be the AARP Extreme, right? Get your righteous discounts at Denny's and IHOP. Free tribal tattoo with every membership. Get your Act Now and get your mixed CD with the best of Sugar Ray and Limp Bizkit. Not really that big of a deal because it's kind of like stuck on repeat in my car right now. So, but for those of you who don't get it, So us Gen Xers, we're the ones who invented extreme, right? So thanks to us, you have the X Games and bungee jumping and Doritos extreme. Yeah. So, and pretty soon we're gonna need you get this, Gen Xers, we don't get to retire until age 72. You know what that means? Age discrimination extreme. Yeah. But I did get a very special milestone about a year and a half ago. My last kid finally moved out of the house. Yay, hooray, you should applaud that. That's a big milestone. You know, well, he's 33, so there's that. But you know, and one last story, I hope I got time for it, is I figured out how to keep my kids from moving back in. You want a secret?
Yes.
So first things first, you got to like cleanse the aura of the house, right? You got to go through, you got to take your sage incense, you got to take your holy water and whatever it takes to clear that. And then you got to reassert your dominance of the house. And by that, that means you have to fuck in every single room of your house in as many ways as possible. And you got to tell your kids about it. Oh, you want to stay in the spare bedroom? Well, you know what? We finally got the sex swing positioned just the right way. And, you know, we're kind of rotund people, so we had to bring in the structural engineers to put in the extra beam. And no, we're not taking it down this time, all right? Oh, you want to stay in the toy room? Well, we kept the name, but we've kind of changed the nature of those toys a little bit, you know? Some of them are still Star Wars. I mean, after all, I do have the C-3PO dildo. Oh, you like the vanilla candles in the basement? Yeah, I do too. They really help, you know, hide the smell of anal. And Ryan, my husband, he's really into pegging now. So there you go. You're free to stay. Thanks very much. That's been my time.
Oh my God, that was good. I'm gonna add myself here. Oh my gosh. So I have a 19-year-old son.
Yeah.
And there has been some interesting things that I've come across. And I'm now going to take that advice and just start screwing in all parts of my house and say, you can't come back unless you want to know what's been done on this couch.
There you go. There you go. Free stains. What's that smell?
That's right. Do you have any shows coming up, Donna?
Not until February.
Okay.
Yeah, but the podcast, we're definitely going to be doing some more episodes of that, and we've got like a whole bunch of crazy stuff that's already up there. So it's Donna Shannon's Coyote Tales, and you can find me on Linktree, and that's got all my links to all my socials.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So I am actually myself going to be 42 in a couple of weeks.
Wow. Wowza.
I know Linda's like, what?
What is in the water? Like in the US? Yeah.
I have two things that help. Well, I do have a skincare routine, and I'm going to put that on social media eventually. But there are two things that help me with mine, at least, and it's weed and water. That's all I got for you. Up next is a comedian that I met during the pandemic, and they are so brilliantly funny, especially when it comes to American food. But they've been incredibly busy, basically blowing up on the scene in Canada and in the US. And they actually have an album coming out called Everybody Panic next year. So please give it up for my friend Desiree.
Hi. Oh,
Oh,
I thought I was on mute. Okay, we're good. I'm not on mute. That's good. It is true. I do enjoy I do enjoy the Uncrustables of the US. I actually had an in-person show, the Uncrustable show I host on Zoom. Did a live show at the Far From Here Comedy Festival, and one of the comics, I don't know how they did it, but they brought me a giant Ziploc bag of 25 Uncrustables. I'm not sure how they did it because you're not allowed to take peanut butter and jam across the border, but
Yeah.
they did. I will rinse those off just in case when I eat them. Yeah, so it was good. In addition to being a Canadian, I am also use a wheelchair. You just can't see it because of Zoom. I think most of these comedians know. I just didn't want anybody at home thinking I was doing like very specific edgy material on disability in society as an able-bodied white woman. I have noticed society treats the disabled different, and I have a hot take. No, it is my real life. And I get a lot of questions from the walkies about being in a wheelchair and being disabled. And I don't really mind walkies. I just wish you would condense them all in an email so I could bring it to the meeting on Tuesdays with the potatoes. You guys have that too, right? I'm just assuming you do. One of the questions that I get a lot is, Desiree, how can I be a better ally to the wheelchair bound? Like, what can I do to be a better ally to the wheelchair bound? First of all, don't say wheelchair bound. You will get punched in the head. Well, really, it will be the crotch because very few people in wheelchairs can actually probably reach your head, but either way, you're getting punched in the head or the balls. It just really depends on the person. But second of all, don't have sex in the accessible stall at the bar. Don't do it. I don't come to your bed and pee in your bed. Don't have sex in my toilet. And I don't want to kink shame. So if you really, really have to have sex in the accessible stall at the bar, just do like a once, twice around the bar. And if you see anybody in a wheelchair or mobility device, just go over, introduce yourself. They won't be mad. I cleared it at the meeting. And just say, myself and my partner are gonna go get our freak on real quick. You have to pee. Similar to how you would ask your roommate if they needed the toilet before you took a 4-hour tub, just like that. And I know what you're thinking, Desiree, if we can't have sex in the accessible stall at the bar, where can we have sex at the bar? And my answer to you is, I hear the dumpster behind the bar is lovely this time of year. It's lovely. Although I do understand that people like to pee behind those as well. So maybe just do like a once, twice around the dumpster. And if you see anybody go and pee, just be like, hey, are you almost done? We need to have sex. Yeah. I think though that most Canadians, or all Canadians, and a few people in the US who live in colder climates can agree, we are way past sex outside season right now. Like just way past sex outside season. And I am strangely okay with that as a woman who uses a wheelchair. Mainly because to usually participate in public sex, you have to be able to run. And my legs are dead, so it's a bit tricky for me. So I'm okay with the fact that the sex outside season is done. The other question walkies ask me quite a bit, and walkies, you have so many questions. Is what would you do, Desiree, if you had 24 hours to be able-bodied? Able-bodied is the politically correct term for walkie, if you were wondering. But mostly they want to know is what would you do if you woke up and one day you could walk? And my question is, what day is it? Because I got a job Monday through Friday, and you can't call in physically well. Like, you just can't. Hey, it's me. Yeah, I won't be coming into work today. I'm not sick. No, I am actually the perfect specimen of health. I am the expected body of most societies. I am top form, but I won't be coming in today. Why? Because I gotta go ice skating. I don't know what you people do for fun, honestly. How come? Because it's too cold to have sex behind the bar. That's why. Yeah. Even if I could walk, I'd probably be one of those people that always wanted you to go to the club dancing. And then when we got there, I would repeatedly request the electric slide over and over again. So no one would actually want to go out with me. And it would be just like having a disability all over again, but I'd be isolated for a whole new different reason. I'm glad that landed. It's a little bit inside baseball, but that's okay because sometimes the jokes are just for me. They're just for me. The other question you guys asked me, walkies, and again, so many questions. Is what is it like to be in a wheelchair? And I know that can be a varying experience for many different people, but I got an answer that encompasses the experience of everyone, everywhere that uses a wheelchair. And I know you're like, wow, that's a lot of people, but I got it. You know that show Wipeout, the poor man's Ninja Warrior? You know that show? It's a lot like that, except every once in a while, a walkie will jump out and be like, so do you use a catheter to go to the bathroom, or what's the deal here? I need to know here in this Harvey's restaurant, even though we did not come together and I don't know your name, how do you go to the bathroom? Yeah, for the Americans in the crowd, Harvey's is a Canadian fast food chain, just in case you couldn't get there because you weren't sure what a Harvey's was. Yeah, I actually last summer had the joy really of going to LA for a comedy festival and was pleasantly surprised. LA is incredibly wheelchair accessible, which I found shocking because the US is kind of known for taking the rights away from minorities and gun violence. So I was sort of expecting like stairs as far as the eye could see, maybe some ladders, for some reason, some ice, I don't know. But it was surprisingly wheelchair accessible. And while I was there, I actually got to, what did I do? I actually got to attend the Hollywood Improv open mic for women. And like the very fact that a major comedy club has an open mic just for women is amazing. But this mic, it was a bucket mic, and they drew my name, and I screamed like I was on a game show. And one of the staff people came up to me and said, "Are you Desiree Walsh? Are you just really excited? She is next." And I said no, that I was Desiree Walsh. And in 3 minutes, they had a safe portable ramp to the stage. And I was really surprised because usually when a comedy club says they have a ramp, what they really mean is ski jump that was a reject from the Olympics because it was unsafe for the able-bodied athletes to compete on. So I was pretty happy they had a ramp for humans, which is nice. And I thank those people because now I can headline anywhere I want in Oshawa, Ontario. For the Americans, think Dayton, Ohio. I can now headline anywhere I want in Dayton, Ohio. As a Canadian comedian, I'm not sure, but if you ever need a city, an American city to finish a joke, if you just say Ohio, everyone laughs. Sometimes you don't even need a setup and everyone laughs. I don't understand why, if anyone who's American wants to explain what's wrong with Ohio, please get a hold of me after the show and follow me on Instagram. So you're gonna find this hard to believe because I did so many public sex jokes at the beginning of my set, but I am single and I'm currently on the apps. I'm like every once in a while, I like to go back on the apps and see what's going on. Not much is going on, if you're wondering. But I did connect with a man, and I disclosed to him that I was in a wheelchair because if you're going to be ableist, I don't want to waste an outfit. So I'd rather do it from the privacy of my home. And he was like, "That's cool. We're the same." And I said, "Oh my God, you're in a wheelchair too. That's so funny." And he said, "No, but we're the same." And I said, "Are you a woman?" And he said, "No, but we're the same." And I was like, "Okay, dude, I give up. How are we the same?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm missing all but 2 fingers on my left hand." How is that the same? You put your hand in your pocket and your disability goes away. My body is dead. Your biggest problem is you can't text. And really, you can just use the other hand. So I think it's gonna be okay, dude. I think it's gonna be okay. I didn't marry that man. I know that's a shocker. So I am still single, and I went back on the apps and I connected with another gentleman, and he I disclosed to him that I was in a wheelchair, and he responded with, "That must suck." And because I hate myself, I asked him, "Why do you think that, sir?" And he said, "Because you can't run or jump or catch black widow spiders." And now, walkies, 2 questions. Is that what I'm missing? The opportunity to catch spiders? Because if it is, no thank you, no thank you. I do not want that. And second of all, is that what you think newly paralyzed people or disabled people are worried about? Like just hold up in rehab hospitals? Like, oh my God, I just lost the use of my legs. I can't run or jump. And who will catch the spiders? No, I can guarantee you that every newly disabled or paralyzed person who has lost the ability to walk is not concerned about the spiders. They're concerned about employment and housing. My set just became a TED Talk. There is a shortage of housing there's a shortage of affordable, accessible housing in Canada. Write your congressperson. It's like actually a big deal. It's not funny, but I'm using this platform to tell you about it. Yeah. So yeah, that is what they're worried about. They don't care about the spiders. I think I have time for one more joke. Since the pandemic has happened, I have been working from home. And while I was working from home, I had the opportunity to start a new job. I work in a bank, and now my job is actually directly related to making the bank more accessible for people with disabilities. And on my very first day, again, I'm working from home, so no one can see wheelchair. It's very similar to this. And on my very first day, the woman who was training me said, "Do you even know anything about disabilities or accessibility?" And immediately I went into all of my years of schooling that relate, a lot of my jobs that relate, did not mention the 39 years of lived experience as a woman in a wheelchair, did not mention that. So now she just thinks I'm like an able-bodied white woman who likes to help, who saw some disabled people over yonder and was just like, "I am coming to save you, disabled people. I am coming to save you." This is how I think you run. It's very angry for some reason, but thank you so much. I've been Desiree Walsh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just have to say, I am also I'm not a physically disabled person per se, but I
Yes.
do have epilepsy and, I'm neurodivergent and all that. And you're right. People ask you some of the most random questions. My only question as a walkie is I would love to know at the next meeting, how often are you getting butt sores? Because,
I can actually feel my bum, so I don't get them a lot.
Well, see, there you go. That would be, I don't care. Like, and as far as, I think Linda's provided a very nice alternative with an alley and a mask.
Yeah, that's a great solution, an alley and a mask, because although people do pee in the alley, so I guess just make sure.
That's a whole new kink that I'm not into.
Yeah.
So do you have any shows coming up?
I actually do. I have one. I have one on December 20th. At Comedy Bar Danforth.
Ooh.
It's called the Winter Solstice, and Kelly Zemeckis is hosting it.
Oh yeah, Kelly. Yep. Mhm. And where can they find you on social media?
At Desiree.lisa.walsh_, and that's on Instagram.
All right. Thank you so much, Desiree. I did get a question in the chat about what AARP was. It's an association for retired people, supposedly, but apparently there's this loophole that you can actually join if you're younger, so you can get the discounts.
It's
Linda,
50. 50 is the limit.
50 is the limit. I've heard that you can like join even if you have parents who are on it.
Oh, I don't know.
So if you know anybody, you might want to like slide into their DMs for some discounts.
Oh, I know plenty. Plenty.
Yes. So our next person up for this evening is your headliner, which I am super excited about because this person actually happens to be on a show later this month that I'm also hosting. They come from Las Vegas. And April has been on network television and most recently Secret Restoration and on the History Channel, which is awesome because I love the History Channel, by the way. You can see her hosting many different things from the English Hotel and especially in the Las Vegas Arts District. So please give it up for your headliner, April. Oh my gosh, why is this not? Of course. There we go.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, it appears that Linda Camacho gave a blowjob and a mask to my ex-boyfriend in the back of the truck. And then Donna, I get it. These guys, they don't say what you want them to say. That's why I'm a ventriloquist, okay? Because that way men say what I want them to say. And so just to give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing tonight, this is Mr. Hand. Mr. Hand, I've been working all day. What do I look like? You look like a goddess. Thank you, Mr. Hand. And Desiree, walkies. I love that. Walkies. Yeah. And here's the thing. All right. No more sex for anybody in the handicapped accessible stall. Get a room. Okay. Get a room. That way you're not violating the rights of handicapped people and you're not having sex in a place that creepy people will look and you force them to spend like $20 on you for an hour. Get a room. It gets better, folks. So anyway, long before COVID made it cool, I went viral. That's right. The Daily Mail did an article on me. The article went viral from England to Iceland to Italy, then from Russia to China to India, then from Singapore to Australia to Indonesia, then from Kenya to Nigeria to Ghana, then from Brazil to Colombia to Guatemala. That's right. I am a celebrity in Guatemala. The headline read as follows. Ventriloquist who splashes out 20 grand a year on her puppets and even have their own bedroom. Dumps her fiance after he says it's them or me. Folks, I thought I found my Mr. Right. Boy, was I wrong. So I just want to put it out there that I'm not looking for Mr. Right. I'm just desperately seeking Mr. Okay. Yeah, but my ex-fiance is not taking the breakup very well. He calls me the other day and he says, April, I was so depressed over a breakup that I hooked up with an ex-girlfriend that I didn't even like in the first place. I mean, what can I say? He should have gone to McDonald's if he wanted to eat something that was bad for him. Of course, my ex was mad that I was seeing other men. I said, well, baby, you were seeing other women. He goes, oh, yeah, well, 2 of mine were ex-girlfriends and one looked like you. Wow, I'm impressed. TRP performance is in a stable. Of course, my dad was less than supportive. He goes, April, why do you have to date such jerks? I'm like, Dad, I can't help it. I want to find a man just like you. Of course, my ex threatened to kidnap me after we broke up. I was mad. Where was this level of commitment when we were together? Then my ex attempted suicide by drinking laundry detergent. He tried to drink laundry detergent to get my attention. I said, listen, sucker, if you wanted to get my attention, you should have taken that detergent and did my laundry. But of course, I knew this was going to be a bad idea because on the first day he says, I want to pee on you so my roommates know that you're mine. The even scarier part was that he lived alone. But I'm putting myself out there. I'm dating again. And I've tried Match.com. I've tried Tinder. I've tried Plenty of Fish. Now I'm just cruising the methadone clinic. And I went on a date with a recently divorced guy who says, you're so adorable. I don't know whether to adopt you or sleep with you. Wow, I didn't know that I was out with Woody Allen this evening. I dated a guy for a few months that had OCD. Every time I got mad at him, I just rearranged his bookshelves. But I'm seeing a guy now, and it's going really well. As a matter of fact, he's having me do, but I know he likes me because he's having me cook, clean, and take out the trash. But I know it's love because the other day I said, baby, do you want me to do those chores naked? And he said no. And I'm like, yes, he does want to marry me. But I will say this though, as I'm looking for Mr. Okay, I've been living with some roommates. Who here hates their roommates? Yeah, anybody here hate your roommates? You can say it. They're not here. I hate my roommate. And I don't mean to slut shame, but my roommate's a slut, okay? And let me tell you why she's a slut. She has sex all night long, and she won't let me join it. She's not the dumb slut, and she's not just dumb slut, okay? Like, she's the dumbest of sluts. She wouldn't get on a double-decker bus because there was no driver on the top. He thought that asphalt was a rectal problem. He thought that an autobiography was a book on cars. He thought dictionary was a picture book about sex. The franger you are, the funnier I get. And that's why I present to you the star of stage and screen, Mae Wilson. Mae Wilson, everybody. My roommate. Well, I got a question. Is anybody here kinky? I was listening to this podcast and I know some of you are kinky. Mae, leave these people alone. They're not all kinky. Linda's not kinky. She said it before. But Mae, I'm not kinky. Well, April, I disagree. I mean, you're fisting me now. Duh. Well, I see it's gonna okay, Mae. All right. But anyway, folks, Mae and I are roommates. Being on Craigslist. Where, of course, all the good things happen. And we are really happy that we don't have to wear masks anymore. And April, I don't know why you're happy about not wearing a mask. Because in those days, you were a gutter ventriloquist. I see it's gonna be that kind of a night. But anyway, May, I was telling them that I'm not looking for Mr. Right. I'm just desperately seeking Mr. Okay. Quick question, April. What are you doing on a Zoom show looking for some random guy from Oklahoma? Not a random guy from Oklahoma, May. Mr. Okay is an OD. You know, like my ex, the one everyone liked. They said the same thing about Jeffrey Dahmer, but he had a hot body in his refrigerator. You know what? You're just jealous that I have the better love life. Can I tell you a secret? Sure, May. Your older brother doesn't count. Yeah, well, I'm seeing two men right now. Yeah, that's right, too. Let me guess. Glenn and Jerry. No, I got it. Dave and Lester. Your last boyfriend had Made in China written on his butt. Chucky had a very successful movie career. Oh, yeah? Well, May, I just want my Prince Charming to be a perfect 10. April, so far the best you've done is a 3.5. And that's in centimeters. Okay, May, we're friends and you've been mean to me. Say something nice. April, I'm so glad you stopped drinking. Oh, thanks, May. That was a hard thing for me to do. I got sick and tired of you slurring my words. Okay, May, let's try again. Say something nice. April, you look like $1 million. Oh, thanks, May. $1 million in Monopoly money. Okay, jokes aside, you're a very famous puppet. Tell these people some of the things you've been on. Well, I've been on ABC, NBC, BBC, and a lot of cocaine. Weren't you even on Pinocchio? Yes, I was. But every time he lied, his nose grew and his dick shrank. What can I say? I sold my soul for health insurance. But you were with them for 2 years. Do you want to know the truth? I think we all want to know the truth, right, everybody?
Yeah.
That dirty, dummy, jingly squinters. But in order to get over one, you got to get under one. That's why tonight I'm getting me a sugar daddy, and I'm the perfect sugar lady. I'm no strings attached and washing machine cures STDs every time. Woo! Once you do puppet, you never go muppet again. That's great that you have goals, May, but I have a sugar daddy. He bought me my bus ticket to Vegas. Hey, girl, that's not a sugar daddy. That's a sweet and low down daddy. Oh. You know what, May? You better be nice to me, or what? Or I'm going to put you back in the trunk. Apologize now. You wouldn't dare. As I said, apologize now. Hey, girl, I'm sorry that I got you that vibrator. Vibrator's a nice gift, right, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, they think a vibrator's a nice gift. Oh, hey, girl, I didn't know that you were going to knock 4 teeth out.
Oh.
That's it, May. You are going back in your trunk. Well, hey, girl, I'll behave. I promise I'll behave. Likely story. I'll behave. Should I give her another chance, guys?
Yeah.
So how do you suppose that I should give you another chance, May? Well, I think that we should sing a song. Really? You think that we should sing a song, May? Let's see if the song loads. This is what happens. We had our tech ready earlier and our computer crashed. So let's see what we're going to do. All right. In the spirit of our tech having problems, let's do this. Bum 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 bum. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum 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 bum. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Bum 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 bum. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Dun dun dun. And tell him that his lonesome nights are over, Mr. Sandman. I'm so alone. Dun 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 dun. Ain't got nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam Mr. Sandman, bring us a dream. May, I'm getting whiplash. Holy bro, this is the most action you've had in weeks. May Wilson, everybody. Wow. She is quite a girl. What can I say? She is quite a girl. But another job that I have in Las Vegas, anybody here hate their job? You can tell me. I'm not going to tell anybody. I talk to puppets for a living. Except if I get a job at the CIA. I hate my job. I'm actually a magician's assistant. And my boss used to be the mob, okay? Because that's what we have in Vegas. So, folks, I present to you mobster turned magician, Vinny Two Times. What the hell's going on? April, you didn't tell me that I was going to be recorded tonight. Vinny, all these witnesses, this is the magic show you're doing for everybody. Oh, Dad, how you all doing? Vinny Two Times. So how's the show been so far? So it's been great, Vinny. Well, I hope you all laugh. This is a very nice show. It would be a shame if anything would have happened to it. Okay, Vinny, can we not threaten the audience? That's not good. So anyway, Vinny, why do they call you Vinny Two Times? Well, because in my old life, I only had to tell them twice.
Uh-huh.
And so, Vinny, why are you a good magician? I'm like Italian. I'm good at making people disappear. Wow. And how do you like your wand? It's no good. Why is it no good? The marshals gave it to me when I got into the program. Oh. And so how do you like doing comedy? Well, I like doing comedy and telling jokes because I'm a wise guy. That's great. Do you have a joke for everybody? Yes. How many security guards does it take to throw a slot cheat off the top of the casino? I don't know, Vinny. How many? He fell. Accidents happen. All right. But I just want everybody to know that I'm a stand-up guy. That's great. Even when I was sitting down on a jog site in a lounge chair. That's wonderful, Vinny. So anyway, enough about you. Let's talk about your magic career. Where was your debut? Upstate New York. Upstate New York. And how long was the engagement? 3 to 5. But I got out on good behavior. Oh. And where did you play in upstate New York? I did the college circuit. You know, Rikers Island, Sing Sing, Attica. Uh-huh. All right. Tell us about your first trick. Well, my first trick, it was my Piesto Resistance, my grand illusion. You see, my case was up for appeal, and a dead fish magically appeared in the prosecutor's mailbox. Ta-da! All right. And you were telling me that you have some other family members in the business. Yes, I do. My brother Dino gets $1,000 a week to swallow a 4-foot sword. $1,000 a week. That's a lot of money, Vinny. Yeah, but he's only 3 feet tall. And my brother Frank was a conductor. A conductor? I didn't know Frank was into music. He's not. He got the electric chair. Oh. So, but Vinny, any other magic tricks? Yes. I actually performed my first when I was a youth. A youth? A youth. That's what I said. A youth. You mean a youth? A youth. Yeah, a youth. A youth. A youth. A youth. A youth. A youth. Okay. You can't talk. No, you can't talk to us. Oh. Now I'm gonna try to put some words into your mouth, Vinny. Tell me that I look like a goddess. You look like a goddess. God, was that painful? It's for an audience of women. Or my ex-wife and Granada here? I don't think so. Good, because they both sold me out to the fence. All right, Vinny. Now, let's just get back to work, shall we, Vinny? Okay. So, are you gonna do some magic for these people? Yes, I am. My first trick is a grand illusion, and it's one that I've been performing this entire time. And what's that, Vinny? I wasn't aware you were doing magic. Oh, but I was. I was making you look like a good ventriloquist. That's it. I'm gonna punish you. April, you look like a goddess. Oh, there you go, Vinny. All right. So what's your second trick? My second trick, I'm gonna read your mind. Really? I know what the inscription of your earring says. Really, what does it say, Vinny? It says, Konami, M-A-D-E, made, I-N-C-H-I-N-A, made in China. Okay, Vinny. Try again. This next trick, I'm gonna make my wand float, but and it's gonna be a floating wand trick. All right, Vinny, look into my eyes, and my wand is floating. Vinny, I'm looking into your eyes, and your wand's not moving. Oh, but it is. It's my other wand. You know, my magic Bronson. What can I say? This room likes sex jokes. Am I right? Okay, Vinny. All right, let's try this again. These tricks aren't great. But this next trick, I'm gonna make the audience disappear. Haven't these people suffered enough? You make a good point, April. They've been watching your show. Okay, Vinny.
Oh.
Oh, okay, Vinny. Now try again. On the count of 3, say abracadabra. Abracadabra? Yeah, it was a hit, man. It's my old life. 1, 2, 3. Abracadabra. Come on, everybody. Abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
Poof. They disappeared. Okay, Vinny, that was really bad. Why can't you do a nice show like Penn and Teller? What? You didn't tell me that Teller was in the pen. Why can't you do a nice show like Chris Angel? Why would I want to be like some 2-bit drug dealer from Canarsie? Okay. I'm going to give you one last chance, or else I'm calling your parole officer from the U.S. Marshal Services, and I know how you like her. Oh, no, the one that reminds me of my ex-wife? Yeah, that one. Now, what is this? For this next trick, I'm going to levitate, but I'm going to hypnotize April. Is everybody ready? I think they're ready. Are
Yep.
you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, look into my eyes. You are getting sleepy. And if you do not get sleepy, I will hit you over the head with a wand and dump your body in Lake Mead. Now, you are getting very sleepy. Now shut your freaking mouth, April. I know you like to talk. All right. Now raise your hand. No, your other hand. How do I look, guys? I'm levitating. Isn't this great?
Yes.
I like April up, or should I just keep going like this? What do y'all think? This is pretty funny. You think it's funny? Am I funny like a clown? Do I amuse you? Should I like April up or not? What do y'all think? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, April, wake the hell up. Vinny 2 times, everybody.
Yay.
Now, this next man is one that I didn't want to invite, but he invites himself. Has anybody ever dated an ex that invites themselves everywhere?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I have such an ex. And actually, he's not really an ex. He just keeps grabbing me and saying weird things. Like he wants to run for president in 2024.
Oh.
Folks, I present to you the former president of the United States, and God help us all, Donald J. Trump.
Yay.
Hello. Is it a ladies' night? Yes, it is. I'm gonna grab this by the pussy. I didn't think you were saying that anymore, but I'm gonna grab you by. Ew, no! Sexually harassing me. Okay, please. If we're gonna do this sex together, you can't sexually harass me. So anyway, this is a room full of women voters. I love women and women love me. Why do you think that I sexually harass so many of them? Oh, that's not a good thing to talk about. What can I say? They can't get enough of me. But you know what they say about a man with small hands? My hands are equally proportional to my body, if you know what I mean. Okay, all right. This is not a strong start. Well, that's your fault. Okay, whatever. Blame everybody else for your problems. So in 2024, why should these people vote for you? Well, I'm master of everything. I have billions and billions of dollars, and I won huge in 2020. The polls say otherwise. Fake news. Okay. And why else should they vote for you? The Better Business Bureau gave me a triple A rating. Wait, the Better Business Bureau gave you a triple A rating. Wrong. A triple K rating. KKK. So if America elects you again in 2024, what do you intend on doing for America? I intend to make America white again. Excuse me? No, excuse me. I intend to make America great again. But you said white again. Great, white, what's the difference? Now, let's talk about the wall. You kept saying that you were going to have Mexico pay for the wall. Well, April, when I started my job, I wasn't a politician, but now I am. Look at how good I got at it. Okay. So, but what about the wall? Are you going to build the wall? Don't evade the question. Yes. All I have to do, yes, Mexico is going to pay for the wall. All I have to do is go to the Western Union and pick up the money order. What could possibly go wrong? All right. So you talk about if reelected, you're going to crack down on illegal immigration. How are you going to do that? Well, April, I plan on deporting the illegals one by one and Jose by Jose. I told that joke in front of my Latino voters and thought, what could possibly go wrong? So anyway, what about this allegiance with the Proud Boys? I love Proud Boys. It's a better restaurant than Hardee's in Canada. So they got my order wrong and they gave me a number and they said stand down and stand by. I told this joke in front of my African Americans and thought, what could possibly go wrong? And what do you think of the LGBTQ people, Mr. Tramp? I love the LGBTQ people. I mean, you're fisting me now, duh. I told this joke at the drag queen story hour and thought, what could possibly go wrong? Okay, Mr. Tramp. I mean, you're very popular right now, as I can see, but what platforms are you actually running on? Well, April, I plan on championing family values. Family values, that's not all bad. Do you know what the number one cause of divorce is? Money? Wrong. Marriage. Okay. All right. So my next question for you, Mr. Tramp, is you might be going to prison for a little bit. Does that scare you? Prison? That doesn't scare me. You see, I like handcuffs. I'm into being kinky. Are any other women on this podcast into being kinky? I have it. Did you pay your taxes? Now let me get something straight. Taxes are like homework. They're for the poor. Oh, I told this joke in front of the IRS and I thought, what could possibly go wrong? All right, Mr. Tramp. So what are you going to do if reelected? Any plans for you and the First Lady? Yes. If I'm reelected, as you know, my wife is the first lady to pose nude. That's right, she was. So we're going to make a sex tape in the Lincoln bedroom called Barbara's Bush Gone Wild. That's great. So, but my big question is, Mr. Tramp, how do you get your hair that color? I take lots and lots of golden showers. 'Cause what can I say? I like it when it rains, and I like girls named Stormy. Wink, wink. So, but your re-election campaign, everybody you know is getting arrested. Are you calling them? Are you supporting them? No, I'm saying you're fired. But they're getting arrested and they're flipping on you. Exactly, they're fired. I told this joke in front of the Department of Justice and thought, what could possibly go wrong? Hey guys, I can't win with him. I can't win. I'm looking for Mr. Okay and it ain't him. Well, April, I want to grab. We talked about this. You can't be doing that. Now, Mr. Tramp, you have all this stuff going on. What are you going to do if you lose the election or you don't get the nomination? Well, if I don't get the nomination, I'm still going to say that I won. Oh, what are you going to do? Well, I have good people on my team like Herschel Walker. He knows the difference between a vampire and a werewolf. I'm glad he knows the important things. But how are you going to solve the illegal immigration policy that you are going to talk about? Well, April, because you're doing comedy, I want to end this set with a joke. Okay. What do you call one illegal immigrant on the moon? I don't know, Mr. Tramp. A problem. What do you call 10 illegal immigrants on the moon? I don't know, Mr. Tramp. An even bigger problem. What do you call 1 million illegal immigrants on the moon? I don't know, but I don't like the way this joke's going. Problem solved. To the moon, April, to the moon. Any last words? Yes, vote for me in 2024. I have a last word for you. Bye. My hand back, folks. It's great. See, you know, he jumps on my hand. It's never about my consent. But folks, I hope you enjoyed me. I'm April Brucker. Look for my merch online. I have a book, Don't Read My Lips, and I have a calendar, April on the River. So, and don't vote for Donald Trump in 2024, please, unless you want to have more of an act, then yeah, you can do that too. So anyway, but don't vote for him if you care about the free world. Anyway, folks, thank you so much. I love you. Good night.
Oh, thank you. That was amazing. I love to see. I don't know how people do that. I'm just not that talented. Did you practice that during the pandemic, or is that just a talent that you came
Well,
across?
I've been doing it a long time, actually, but during the pandemic, because it was me and my animals, I practiced a lot more, believe it or not.
Okay. I mean, all right. So there you go. The pandemic really brought out some good talent in some people, I gotta say.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you stay inside, guys. So April, where well, first off, do you have any shows coming up?
Look for me in Las Vegas in 2023. I'm going to have a residency venue. I can't say yet, but it's going to be great. And look for my show, April in Vegas on YouTube. I did a show poolside at the English Hotel this summer in the heat. I interviewed some cool people. But more than anything, if any of you are out my way, please drop me a line and say hello. I would like to meet all of you.
Oh, I am so going to, I love to go to Vegas because one of my favorite things actually is paranormal stuff. So I go down to see the Haunted Museum. And so
Zach Baggins, yep.
Yep. So I will definitely be, asking, hey, want to hook up? Like when you want to go to a club, like I want to perform. So
yep. And I have the perfect show for you if you like paranormal stuff. Check out my buddy Alon New. He bends things with his mind. He's awesome. Yeah. And you've seen him on Vice, but he's a good dude. But yeah, check out his show if you're in Vegas, if you like paranormal stuff.
Yes. And where can we find you on social media?
I'm April Brucker. I'm the April Brucker on Instagram because somebody hacked my profile. It was messy. I'm April Brucker on Twitter. I'm April Brucker on the TikTok, and I'm April Brucker Comedy on YouTube, and I'm April the Star on Facebook because they wouldn't let me have my name. So ask. I feel very ostentatious with that handle. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, there's a little bit of a name difference there. So
Yeah, like they wouldn't let me have my name on. I don't know. Facebook's weird.
Facebook is definitely weird, even though we're broadcasting. Thank you, Facebook, for letting us do this live stream.
I love you, Facebook, but you can be weird sometimes.
All right, thank you, April.
Thank you.
This has been Raw Comedy. I am your host, Polite Kitty. Please follow me on YouTube, Instagram. I am now on Twitch and Patreon. You can find me as Polite Kitty _, or South Sound Improv, as I now have my own show that I am directing with South Sound Improv. We have 2 teams, 2 virtual teams, 1 in-person team. And so we have lots of shows going on there. So come and check us out. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.